This week's snapshot brings us a new stone type called the Grimstone, which is found all the way in the negative Y values, a new ore texture, plus ore generation. Let's get right into the showcase. Alrighty then, so to begin with, we have ourselves a new stone type, which is called Grimstone. Now Grimstone is basically like Blackstone from the Nether, but for the overworld. And it's actually one of my favorite looking blocks as well. As far as stone types go, I'm not really a big fan of most of those stone types, but whenever I am, it's a very rare occasion. And this is one of those rare occasions. Because this block, I mean, it just looks amazing. Just look at this. We have the tiles, we have the dark bricks, we have this strange looking chisel block. Okay, I'm not the biggest fan of that block, but for the other blocks, they do look really good. We even got ourselves the polished Grimstone, or Grimstone, whatever you want to pronounce it. And there's also the regular Grimstone as well, which you can find all the way deep down in the underground. And this is basically going to be the block that's going to be making up the negative portions of the world. So if you think about 0 and then all the way below, then that is exactly where you find yourself the Grimstone. Now you can also make different stairs or slabs out of them as well. So if I go and place down the stone cutter right here, all you have to do is put your Grimstone into the stone cutter, then you can make yourself these different blocks. So we got ourselves the chiseled, the slabs, the stairs, and the walls. The same thing for the polished, same thing for the tiles, and the same thing applied for the bricks. But there is no other variants for the chiseled, so keep that in mind. But these blocks, they are a really cool looking block, and I'm definitely going to be using them. And I do think that these would look really great if you were to make like a modern house or something like that. So I also thought of something else, that these could also be really good for quartz. So just for an example, let me go ahead and make a little tile section. So I'm going to go and put that right there, and then I'm going to go ahead and stick down the quartz right next to it if I can place down the blocks properly. But just look at that. Wouldn't that look awesome for some kind of kitchen or even a bathroom or any other type of build they might be doing? I mean, this block, it does go really well with quartz. But also the question is, does it go with diorite or even calcite? I'm still waiting for the polished calcite, by the way. If they ever introduce the polished calcite, that would be amazing. But yeah, actually, normally I would say that diorite doesn't really look all that great. A lot of people would really say that. But if you just look at that, just look at that without the HUD. Now that would actually work quite well with diorite. Finally, a way that we can use diorite inside of a build without making the build look ugly. I like that. Okay, let's even try out the calcite as well. What does the calcite look like? This might actually look better with the normal This might look better with the normal Grimstone. We'll look at that in a moment. But yeah, with the polished, it definitely doesn't look all that great. But for the polished diorite and even the quartz, they look really great together. But let's go ahead and grab hold of the Grimstone. That actually looks interesting, but I don't really think that it would work very well. Okay, let's grab some diorite. I have no idea why I'm talking to myself. Nope. It's ugly. It's ugly. Get out of here, diorite, okay? You ruin everything. You ruin our lives. You have some walls that you can make as well. The only recipe that we do not have is for the tiles. Yeah, it's strange. We have a recipe for every other version of this, even the walls and stairs, but there is no recipe for this. Must be a bug. Now next up, we're going to do a little bit of a mining test with Grimstone. So we have ourselves a beacon that we're going to power with haste. But we also got ourselves some stone and some Grimstone. And according to the changelog, that Grimstone, it is tougher than standard stone. To begin with, let's do it without haste. So this is me mining normal stone. You see, it's pretty slow, not very fast, but let's go ahead and come over to the Grimstone. Look at this. Yeah, it's painfully slow. I think it's about like an extra second longer, but let's go ahead and move over to the stone pickaxe. Yeah, it goes a little bit quicker. Then we have ourselves the golden one, which gold always mines really quick. It mines pretty quickly throughout the Grimstone. We do have ourselves iron. It's going to mine these up, so it's not as fast as the golden one. Then we have diamond. So it does seem like netherite is going to be the best tool when you're mining this stuff. Alrighty then, so now let's go ahead and do the beacon. Oh wait, I grabbed the gold. I forgot I grabbed the gold. Oops. It's now time for us to use haste. Now what we're going to go for is we're going to use haste 2. You cannot insta-mine this. We have haste 2. And just to remind you, see, we have haste 2. but you cannot insta-mine this. That's actually very, very upsetting. What about with the golden one? You still cannot insta-mine it. I mean, you can mine it quite quickly, but you just cannot insta-mine it. Okay, I promise you, we're done with Grimstone. They went ahead and changed the textures for ores. They went ahead and changed the textures for redstone, for lapis, for coal, iron, and gold. So each ore is going to have their own specific shape. So if you just go ahead and look at it, like let's say you're colorblind, and you can't see what color it is. So I went ahead and made everything all black and white. And just to point out right now, that this is not me editing the video. This is part of the NVIDIA drivers where you can apply a filter to the game that you're playing. So it doesn't work for every single game, but for specific games. And Minecraft is one of those games. So if you take a look at these ores, if you go ahead and just look at them, you can quickly identify which ore is which just by looking at the shape. So if you take a look at the redstone ore, obviously I remember that was redstone ore. But if you were colorblind and you see everything like this, you will be able to tell that that is going to be redstone ore. Take a look at the emerald, you can tell that's emerald. Take a look at the copper, you cannot see the copper. It looks like stone. You will be able to know which ore is which. This is going to be telling you what the first iteration of 1.17 is. So right now, for the ore generations, this is not final. Everything that you're seeing within this could be subject to change in the future. But if you were to take a look at this, we do have results to 1.16 chart levels and then 1.17. Now obviously the levels have ended up changing in 1.17 because you can go down to negative levels, aka negative 64. And you're also going to be able to go way up into the sky with the new mountains. So if you take a look at the emerald is going to go all the way up there, which is absolutely crazy. So it does seem like the higher up you go in the mountains, the more of a chance that you'll find emerald ore. So it looks like you can find iron way up there, oh my goodness. And then of course you got ourselves the iron levels down there as well. The lapis only spawn on the same level as gold all the way down there. But now it looks like you can spawn a little bit higher up. I mean, thank goodness. I'm actually happy that they're making lapis a lot easier to find. Now down here we do have ourselves a key. So black was coal, gold is yellow, emerald is green, iron is silver. Oh, I thought that was gold right there. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. This is copper, that's gold. I don't know why they color it yellow. Now right here, this is going to be what they're going to be doing for ores. So if you look in the top, the ores, this is what they look like when you find them underneath the ground with the Grimstone. And then this is what it's going to look like very soon. So there's going to be two types of ores. There's going to be a regular stone surrounded ore, and then there's the Grimstone surrounded ore. And I think the Grimstone ore looks really interesting. But we're going to switch over to game mode creative, and I went ahead and found a mineshaft. Because mineshafts, they actually look a little bit different. Now this one mineshaft I did find all the way down below on negative 15. So this is going to be the one that's going to be part of the Grimstone. But I think this looks really good. And what do we get in here? Oh, a Thorns 3 book. Not very good. But if you just look at the mineshaft in Grimstone, oh my goodness, I think that this looks amazing. I mean, Grimstone. I keep saying this, but Grimstone is one of my favorite new blocks that's part of this update. I just love it so much. It looks amazing. Now right here, I went ahead and found a cave. And the further down that you go, it's going to start having a gradient of Grimstone and stone. So it's going to start from stone and it's going to go down as you continue to work yourself down. Now I do want to point out that all this empty space, one of the developers did state that all of this space right here, that is going to be fixed. Okay, it is a bug with generation. That is it for everything inside this new snapshot of 21w07a. I really wanted to go in depth with this new snapshot, and I am going to start doing this within future snapshots. So if you want to make sure that you don't miss any videos by me or any snapshots, then hit that subscribe button today and feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. If you want to learn a little bit more information about this, there will be a link down below in the description. But for now, I hope you have a logical day and I will catch you next time. Bye.